Hey everybody, my name is Spencer, and in this video sponsored by Queen Games, I'm going to be giving you a preview of Stephen Dora's Pirates featuring art by Michael Maine from the comic book Bonnie Lass. Before I do, please take a moment to click on a button somewhere around here that says subscribe. It's your way of looking up at me and saying, "Oh Captain, my Captain," just like in that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. All movie references aside, let's talk about the game. In Pirates, big riches await 3 to 5 players who are fearless and brave. Players will lead crews of pirates to board ships and loot them in order to gain ducats and precious booty. Side note, precious booty was my nickname in high school. In an unexpected twist on the genre, pirates in your crew actually want to be paid. So, in addition to having a strong enough crew, players must also be able to pay the pirates involved after the piratey shenanigans. Now, this game uses a rather unique mechanism, so I want to go a little bit more in depth than I usually would on rules. Your pirates are these wooden discs. Each one has a different number on them, which represents how much that pirate needs to get paid after a successful boarding party. On a player's turn, one option they have is to assemble a boarding party. They take either a single pirate or existing party from in front of them and stack it on top of another player's single pirate or party, thus growing the strength of the party. Pirate Party was the name of my garage band in high school. On another turn, a player can take one of the existing parties and use it to capture a ship. They must first have a party as big as the stack indicated on the ship or Lost Ruins cards. If successful, loot is dealt out, first booty, then ducats. Here's where things get even more interesting. The captain of the party, whoever's pirate is on top, will get the amount of ducats listed in the corner of the ship or Lost Ruins cards. Using that and any ducats they currently have, they must pay all the pirates involved. It's why you want to be careful when choosing pirates for your party. If each pirate in a stack of 4 requires payment of 5 ducats, and you only get 15 from the ship, well then you're essentially losing 5 ducats. Oh, and if you can't pay because you don't have enough ducats, the other pirates will get paid from the bank, but you won't get to keep the ship or Lost Ruins card, which is a big deal, and I will tell you why right now. The ship cards, with the exception of the sea monster, have either anchors or steering wheels on them. These are critical to endgame scoring, which I'll explain right now. So stay with me on this because I think scoring here is both interesting and tricky at first. In addition to getting ducats for having the most in each booty category, that joke writes itself. Points are awarded based on the number of wheel and anchor tokens in relation to the number of wheel and anchor symbols on the ships and Lost Ruin cards respectively. Take a look at this chart for an example. In a 4-player game, this person has 2 anchors on their Lost Ruins cards, so they will receive 6 ducats per wheel located on the ship cards. The more anchors you have, the more points those wheels are worth. There are a few other things in final scoring, but that's what I really wanted to highlight. In addition to assembling a boarding party and capturing, you may also want to mutiny, matey! Instead of building a party and having to wait until your next turn to use it, thus taking the chance of someone else stealing it, you can take one of your pirates out of someone else's stack, put it on top, and then it becomes captain, allowing you to do with it as you please on the same turn. In addition to giving the target player the black spot, which deducts 10 points from your score at the end of the game, unless you have the sea monster, you can do the capture action. This move has to be done for the right reasons at the right time because every pirate in the party must be paid double what they require. So make sure you have enough ducats before you go mutinying. Or mutiny. I'll just go with mutiny. Finally, if on your turn you have no pirate friends because they're all involved in other parties, which sounds a lot like me in high school, then you can ransom a pirate, paying 5 ducats to the targeted opponent and then performing the assemble boarding party action. The game is over once all of the cards have either been discarded or claimed. Whoever has the most ducats will be crowned winner of a board game about pirates. Pirates is an interesting game that requires clever gameplay. The biggest challenge for you might be deciding whether to keep building up your stack of pirates or take a smaller crew out for less lucrative card. There's a little bit of press your luck going on in reading your opponents in that regard. Will they take this crew that I've worked so hard on, or are they eyeing one of the other players' parties? Or maybe they want to assemble and skip right to mutiny. It can be challenging deciding what the best course of action is. You have to think about the cost versus reward factor when assembling a crew. Which pirates can I add that don't require so much money that I won't earn much or anything at all from capturing a card? Is mutinying, or mutiny, worth it for the card's rewards? These are all things you must consider when playing, so the game is much more than just stacking wooden discs. The turns are pretty snappy, and gameplay can go pretty quick, averaging around 45 minutes. And while all player counts work, I do find that games are increasingly interesting the more players are involved. Now, the age range is for 14 and up, but I think younger kids could handle it, maybe as young as 10. There's not too much in the game that I find truly challenging. It can be taught pretty easily, except for the final scoring. It's not hard, just different. I can't end this preview without talking about the inclusion of Michael Maine's illustrations from the Bonnie Lass comic. It makes me want to explore the comic series. I think it's neat to see Queen go this direction for their art. I'll end this preview with a pirate joke. What is a pirate's favorite letter? The one he receives from his dear mommy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about the game, post them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Also, if you enjoyed this video and considered it helpful, please give it a like and share it with your own pirate party. Until next time, don't take the board game hobby too seriously. Just lighten up.